And I have here a thief whose name was Barabbas. And the people of Israel said, free him and crucify the innocent Jesus Christ. 33. He continues to live past. Do you understand? Many, many stories, the same. And the writer is concerned about that. So we arrive at verse 15, I'm reading now, and then we're going to connect it with 16. It tells, all things I finished seeing in the time period of my vanity. Here is a just man who dies in his own righteousness. And here is a wicked man who prolongs his life in his wicked behavior. Now, command number 5. Number 5, because remember I just showed you in review. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. Command. Number 5 in chapter 7, it tells you, don't try to become righteous too much. Not either make yourself too much wise. Okay? Pay attention for 1 minute. Othniel, wake up Richard then. Thank you. Okay. Now, we have this idea. Not become too much righteous. We're talking about legalism. We're talking about rules. For example, Ken doesn't have a tie. Amir, he brought his bike to church. Okay, now I'm teasing you, right? And you see my Kevin Mackey attitude, you know I'm not worried about his bike. I'm not worried about his tie, okay? But God's word tells, be careful, because people think that my standard is better than other people. And I should force other people to become same as me. Okay? God's word tells, be careful. Command, don't become too much focused on my good and your bad. That is legalism. That is viewing the other person wrong. It's a hard attitude, right? Okay? And continues about not too much wise. You know, we can teach you about math, we can teach you about science, we can teach you about everything. I know it. Right? It's wrong because it's a prideful attitude. You're right. And we need to think not to become too much wise. Now, Solomon, God's word tells, was the wisest, the best wise man in all the world. And because of that, maybe his tendency, his temptation, was he knew all the rules. He knew all of the explanation. So if you go to a library for lawyers, they have books, like many different kinds of law there. They have business law, they have breaking the law, they have family law, they have divorce law, they have government law related with internationals. They have various laws, many. Now, one lawyer person knows all of that? It's not possible, that's right. Because they have specific areas they practice and they focus business law, or they focus on divorce law, or they focus on marriage law, they focus on family law. They have different lawyers who practice all. But Solomon knew it all. He knew all the rules. He knew them well. He could beat all the lawyers on the game. And that becomes what? Too much wise, too much legalistic.
Oh, God, give me wisdom, so you said, wisdom. Wow.
Now remember, the writer is inspired through the Holy Spirit, okay? So when now Solomon is writing, he has learned a lesson. Because in his flesh, remember chapter 1 through 6, without God, separate from God. We arrive chapter 7, he is changing and he's recognizing, oh, I missed something from here, chapter 1 through chapter 6. And as we arrive at verse 16, he tells why. Because maybe you will destroy yourself. Destroy myself? Let me give you an example, okay? Now, you know I was a good student in school, right? Okay? I was not I was not tempted to cheat once. Okay? But also because I knew a lot of things, I sometimes would challenge the teacher. Okay? Now, what is the problem? How do you destroy yourself? For example, we have chemistry. How many of you know about BOHR, German math? BOHR. It relates with electrical chemical things, okay? That's good. Good. Okay, so Kenyatta knows his first name was Emil, same as my great grandfather. Okay? Now, in the center of an atom, you have positive and negative. So you have the same idea. You know the sun is here, middle, and then you have like the Earth going around, and you have Mars going around, and you have different. Okay, so you know, Bohr himself had an idea. That's how it happened with atoms. Same idea. So you have this positive in the middle here, maybe 5 positives together. Meaning what? You have 5 negatives outside, okay? That was the idea. Okay, so that was named the Bohr shell model. Okay? So my chemistry teacher thought that was the only view of the world. Now understand, the word model means there is more than one kind of model, not one. Now, I understand, I'm reading my chemistry book. The teacher loaned us the same as his teacher's book, okay? He loaned us, so I'm reading, and I read there is another model, and it's different. Now in class, the teacher, chemistry, is going ahead and explaining there's one way it works. Here. Now I read the book, and I saw that's not right. So I raised my hand. Teacher, you remember in the book it tells. My teacher upset. He says, get out of class. I'm the teacher here. Go to the library. If you can find in the library books that support that view here, now that other view was named the statistical or the mathematical view. It means what? You can't know where the negatives are. So it's not possible to see them going around like this because you have to guess they're here or guess they're here or guess they're here because it's the same idea if you have something at a moment inside of like water. You're fishing and you can't find it. It's not possible. You're feeling, where is it now? Okay? So the electron is going around like this. And so you maybe suspect it's going like this, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's going around like this. Or maybe it's going like that or that or that. We don't know. It's hard to find. That's right. So I read in the book and I was shocked because the teacher had this view strong. It must be this, not this. So now I was kicked out of class. So I walk to the library, I show up. Where's your card to enter the library? I'm sorry, I was kicked out of class because I was too smart. I read my book. Okay, fine, the librarian accepts my story. I sit down and I pull out a book and I find and I read. So I get the copy machine and I copy the pages to show the teacher after class. Now, good idea? Show the teacher wrong? Good idea?
No.
Oh, yeah. After class was finished, I walked up in private, one-on-one, I'd give the copies. He told me, you're finished now. You don't need to study more. Go ahead yourself now. You don't need me to teach you. So now, every day I'm going to the library. Because the teacher doesn't want me in the class, period. He doesn't want me to show him the book, okay? Now, what has happened? I was too much wise. I destroyed myself. My chance to sit and to learn in the class was destroyed. I can't benefit from there. I should go ahead and just quietly accept whatever is his story, quietly accept whatever is his view, and not challenge him.
Sure, about the book, no.
Well, understand, later I learned he was not qualified to teach chemistry. He had a psychology degree, not a chemistry degree, okay? But he should read the book, same as me, okay? It doesn't matter which degree you
Ain't
have.
like Baba, where you treat that one.
Yeah, but understand, from the teacher's view, his focus is only prepare us for the state test, okay? So the state test has this, he's gonna emphasize that, right? We could pass, right. Now, my concern, I want to know what are the options in the world, because I want to become an engineer. I want to know all the options to use, right? It's a different view. He is focused on, he knows the state test only focuses that, right? Okay? So his job is not my job. He needs to prepare all the students not to be confused which choices. He needs to focus on choosing follow past the state test, okay? So now, long ago, I didn't understand that. But now it's clear for me. I understand clearly his goal. So Richard is right. Partly he wants the commendation of people. He doesn't want to be embarrassed about, I don't know something, right? Why? Because God's Word tells in verse 16, you maybe will be confounded. You maybe will be astonished when what happens, you die as a young person. And you know, it happens again and again and again. People who innocently, they raise their hand and they tell something they should not. For example, people raise their hand and go, he is breaking the law. They don't know the police are involved as well. And then the police go ahead and they kill the person because the witness has told. Okay? So sometimes the wise Solomon is right.